Well, guys, man, I just want to thank you guys for being here. This has been wonderful. I've gotten so much out of chatting with you guys, and hopefully the viewers got something out of it as well. And you guys, if you think that you cannot recover, these guys and myself, there's hope. And we just want to let you guys know that here at Silver Lining Nation, that we believe in you, and we know that if we can do it, anybody can get sober. Yes. So once again, guys, thank you for listening to Silver Lining Nation. And if nobody tells you today that they love you, heard from us here at Silver Lining. We love you. You guys take care. Bye. Awesome. You guys did great.
Thank you for having us.
Great job. So, what did you guys think? Wasn't that easy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easier said than done.
Oh,
I was anxious. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, when you started with Quincy, I was like, it's coming to me. And then, like, I forget the question. I'm like, oh my God. I forgot the question. Then I listened to Maria. I'm like, okay, I remember it.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, do you want me to tell you again? So thank you for bringing that to mind. We're learning too, guys. We've been doing this. It haven't been 2 years yet.
Oh,
wow. So we're learning.
So you have a whole production with me.
Yeah, so
I feel like I'm in Hollywood.
We look like Hollywood? Oh, that's good.
I was just so focused on not saying the words like you told me.
Yeah. You guys did a great job, too, not saying it. You know, it's like, wow.
I was like, 12-step recovery.
But, yeah, I like that idea. And in the end, I thought about it when you were like, oh, what did she ask? And I was like, oh, I should have said it again. So, yeah, I'm going to start using that. See, I'm learning from you.
Well, my mind is just like,
I do that too.
I think about so much in like 1 second. I'm having like 50 different thoughts. And so trying to like,
it's that committee up there, you know, that we talk about.
Do you have TikTok for the page or not?
Do I have to do what?
TikTok.
You have a TikTok.
I have a TikTok. Yeah.
And you upload also these?
We do, sometimes I do shorts. Like I do, sometimes Tama do like, she'll take something out of like this and make a short. I'll show you my TikTok page.
I take clips.
Yeah, she take clips.
Because I feel like that's a really like way of getting viral. Like TikTok, and then they like migrate to YouTube.
Yeah, we do, and she does it on, she's great. She does, I just do talking. She does all but I'll do like short videos where I talk about the craziness that's going on in my head sometimes. Or I talk about when I used to go on my drug runs. I try to keep it real, because I don't want it to look like I look like this, but I haven't always looked like this. I want people to see the addict me.
Yeah.
Because the people that are still using, they can't relate to this. Yeah. But when I say I used to go over to get my crack in South Dallas, they know what I'm talking about, and they can relate to that. So I don't want it to be where I'm all proper, and that's why I want to talk about the real disease. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I want them to know that I've been there, and I can get down and dirty too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when I was in my disease, I wasn't like this. So I don't want to act like everything's just great. And I like to talk about what you said earlier. You said about it's not rainbows and butterflies. You know, I get in my head and I don't think like normal people sometimes. I go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's like I don't like being in my head. I got to be around other people, like you mentioned, Dylan. Because if I'm by myself, I don't do well.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
I tried to break out, and you can't break out of those. I'll tell you right now, anyone that you can't break out of that. And it's like you feel like you're just losing your mind.
Especially like I feel like in sobriety, when you're at that point, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why am I feeling like this? Like, I haven't drank. Yeah. And now that's when you realize that's my mind. I mean, it was for me, like before getting my year, like I went through like 4 days of no sleeping. And like Quincy saw me, and it was like really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can. It's just your mind, just crazy.
It can.
Oh, yeah, and I feel like one thing that that wasn't really addressed in the podcast.
Pull that mic to you. So this is behind the scenes.
Oh, that should have been addressed is like sometimes like in recovery, like being so young, I always think like some of these people are way too far removed from like what I'm going through, so they don't understand. But because we're all friends and we all have like around the same amount of time, they understand what I'm going through, so it's easier for them to relate to me.
I love that, and that's what I want to be. That's what this podcast is about, so that you can say things like that and people can relate to it. Because sometimes in the rooms, like I've got 13 years, and someone can come in new and they can be so far removed from me, but they can get you because you don't have 13 years, but they can relate better to you than they can me. And that's what I love about this recovery thing is we got so many different people at different levels. And that's why I like a group that's got young people, older people, middle-aged people. So there's somebody that somebody can always relate to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and it's not just like about like the sober time you have. It's like also like we have similar sober time and we're similar in age.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Makes a huge difference.
And you have the same things that you're interested in, which is really good.
Yeah, I think for me, like, one person that helped me a lot was this Mexican girl. She will upload, like, videos talking about, like, how's it been, like, with the friends part. There was one time where I really felt, like, really guilty, and I was like, it's just I can't have a friendship with this person because I just related to alcohol. Like, I just see those, and it's not that person's fault. It's just my fault. And I just by hearing her like talking about it, I was like, oh my God, like I'm not the only one that has gone through that of like, I'm sorry, but you can't be in my life, and so it's really good. I mean, sometimes I do need like young people, stories and what they deal with every day. That's why I go sometimes to other groups, but I think during the start of my sobriety, I just really needed to see that hope, and that like really long time sobriety, and also like the quality of sobriety.
Right.
That's one of the things in young people I feel like which you need to be careful. Is that the quality of sobriety? Yeah,
because the blind can't lead the blind.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Yeah.
And what I've learned in the rooms is I pick up a little from this person, I get something from this person, and that's how I build my program. There's something this person says, and I like that, and I hold on to that.
There's something you say, I say in a lot of meetings now, ego's just a race and got it out.
And sometimes it's rough. Like playing pool, a lot of the people out there are older, and so they're like, you want to play for a drink? I'm like, yeah, I'll play you for a drink, but whatever you would get, instead of getting me a drink, then you just pay me in money. And I'm like, don't buy me a drink, just like, and they're like, oh, what, you don't drink? And I'm like, no. And I'll tell them like,
that's okay.
I'll tell them I'm in
American Airlines.
American Airlines.
Yeah, I work for American Airlines. I'll tell them I'm in recovery, and they'll be like,
make that a hit. American Airlines.
American Airlines sponsor us.
But whenever I tell them that, they're like, well, how long has it been? I tell them how long I've been sober, and they're like, oh, well, you can drink now. I'm like, all right, well, I just told you I'm in recovery. Like, I don't drink and smoke and all that. And so, like, sometimes they'll just keep pushing. And usually the thing for me personally that gets them is, like, I'm on probation. I can't drink. So, like, sometimes, even if you're not, you can just lie. Or, like, I have to go talk to my mom after this or whatever it is. Like, my girlfriend, my wife. I mean, you can just make something up. And usually if you say if you say the right thing, they'll get off your case.
I have one. Yeah, I have one that works every time.
What do you say?
I mean, like, if they push that hard, I just tell them, like, something like really kind of just like sad, I'd be like, yeah, I had like a friend close to me that was that died in a drunk driving accident. That's why I don't drink. Yeah.
I should start saying I'm pregnant.
Some people, like, even when I use like the whole probation thing, like after they don't get the recovery, I'll use probation like, what's out of your system in 48 hours. I'm like, yeah, but what if I get called in for a random? And they're like, well, blah, 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 you can use this. I'm like, look, dude, I just don't want to drink. Like, I don't know why I have to drink.
It's weird that any other thing that you tell people that you don't do, they're okay with it. But as soon as you tell them that you don't drink, you got to be interrogated.
Yeah.
Why like, not? What's wrong with you? And it's like,
I feel like the
why
funny
can't
part
I
is
just say no, I don't drink.
What's wrong with me is I'll knock you out if I drink. Like,
I feel like I used to like be that person, you know. I will like, somebody will tell me, oh, I don't drink like in parties, and I will be like, what?
You weird.
Yeah.
You
and
try
I will
to make them
ask
feel
them,
bad.
like, how do you like have fun, or like, you know, I'll be that person.
I know.
And now I'm
Me
in
too.
the other side, and I'm like, why people get so like, you know,
now
like,
we criticize them.
I get annoyed by drunk people.
Oh yeah,
like the
too.
people that get like too drunk. Like I'm just like, I really hope that was never me. I'm sure it was at some point, but like
it was you.
I'm like, oh my god, like that's just
how
awful.
I used to act.
Like I've seen girls get carried out by like their boyfriend or whatever of the bar, and it's like 10 p.m. I'm like, it's that bad at 10 p.m. What's wrong, dog? You've been drinking since like 3 o'clock. Like,
we wake
but I'm like,
up
that's
in the
just
morning.
embarrassing.
Yeah,
like,
it might be embarrassing, but we did it.
Yeah,
we
thought it was fun
us.
at some point.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
us.
There was something that made us do it.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm in meetings and someone, like a new person will come in and they're saying what went on with them. And you know what I do? Oh my goodness. And then I have to think, look at me being a hypocrite. I did that too.
I've been throwing up in the back of bar parking lots and stuff. And then I see people doing it. Now I'm like, couldn't be me. Oh, wait, that was me.
And I have to remember, I have to remember, I used to be just like that. Yeah.
Probably worse, honestly.
Yeah. New Year's.
I think,
worst time of my life.
No, it was so bad for me. Like, I was such a bad drunk. Like, no. Like, I would get kicked out of bars because I would, like, try to pick a fight with a guy, you know, like,
she's trying to fight some, like, guy that's 6'6", 220 pounds, lifts every day.
Yeah, I was such a, like, angry person, you know. It was so embarrassing, like. Oh no. I have, and I there's so many videos of me like being that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so glad that they didn't have all this stuff that they have now when I was drinking.
I look back and sometimes I'm like, oh, that's me. And
my goodness.
sometimes I'm like, that's kind of funny. Oh wait, there it goes. It's all downhill now.
It feels so surreal how it used to be and how it is now. It's crazy. I just see those pictures and I remember and it's just like I was just so blind, you know. I'm just glad I'm out of that delusion now.
Oh yeah, and that's what it is. You can't see it when you're in it. Your mind is so fogged up that there's nothing wrong with what you're doing.
Yeah.